Hi there, everybody. Welcome to our part 2 of our beautiful Bauble Stamp Camp. It's going to be 3 days of videos. I'm coming to you one day after the other with some amazingly beautiful projects that are featuring it's called the Bright Baubles Bundle. It's $52, and that's actually a savings. It's normally $58, so you get to save, it's 10%. So I'm so glad that you guys are here and joining me. I've got 3 more projects to show you today. There are 3 different projects. Each one's a little different. One takes some coloring, one takes some blending, and they're all beautiful. The baubles, I gotta get rid of something here, my phone. The baubles, again, look really intricate and difficult, but they're really simple, and they sure do create some beautiful projects. The one thing I wanted to show you today before we got started was the gift that I made all of the people who took the Baubles camp. So go ahead and let me know that you're here. I'm watching you over here on my other screen too. I don't always do that for the, oops. I gotta mute myself. I don't always do that because I get very easily distracted and lose my train of thought pretty simple. And to have to make those 3 cards within a certain time, you don't need me to get my brain going all over the place. So this is what I made I say we made, because I say I very loosely, is I designed it, and then I had some of my amazing helpers that are actually here today. Arlena and Nancy are here, and they worked together to make them. How long did it take you guys? Just like 3 or 4 hours, right? I don't feel like it didn't take you all day. You had worked on other stuff too. So they are using our cork paper. So we have this paper, it's cork, which is really neat. It's neat like on masculine cards, it's just neat in general. But it's really thin, which is what we want for our card fronts. We want thin so that it doesn't add a lot of weight to the card. But the back of it is like a hard chipboard. And then I signed each one of the year, because like I look at back of ornaments that I have, and I love seeing if it was from like my grandma or a friend, and the year that they gave it to me. So I did do that on each one. So anyway, we made them these little ornaments, and this is using the baubles. So you can actually make real ornaments out of them. Tomorrow, the video that I'm going to show you is going to be doing a similar thing, but we're going to be making tags out of them too. So this is actually a very versatile. I think my favorite project is the tags, which is why I'm leaving them for last too. Someone asked how my daughter's doing. She's totally fine. It was just that vagal response. She like almost died in 20 minutes, and an hour and 20 minutes later, she is okay. It bothered me though all day. I feel better today. I'm over it just like, when you're sitting there and you think your daughter might be dying, it's like your whole body goes into this weird reaction. And then I just couldn't shake it all day. I was so frazzled. But she's totally good. She's totally fine. I told my son Ryan, he was worried about me too. And like, you know what? It's just those brief moments when God uses just to really like remind you of what's really important, So I had a super busy day yesterday, and it was like, well, whatever, it's all gonna get done. My brain wasn't really focused anyway, but it just reminds you that is what, always your true most important things are in life. Okay, so today, let's jump in and get started. I see lots of you getting on here. The stamp camp, just is sold out. I am contemplating on adding a second round because I've had a lot of people message me. I sold like 80 to begin with, and yesterday everybody snagged up all of the other ones that I had left over. But again, you can still order this bundle. I'll be happy to order that for you, and I'm contemplating. I'll let you know by tomorrow. If you want to purchase a stamp camp, let me know. And then if I have enough people that want to purchase it, I will do all the work to cut for it all over again. I just want to see, I can't just cut for 2 people because it takes a lot of time. But if there's 12 or 20, I will be happy to do it again. So if you did not get the camp and you said, oh yes, I would definitely have bought that, or I will buy that, then I can probably open up another round. Anyway, so this is what we made yesterday. We made this. Again, it's a big box. It's like it's an 8-inch box. It's like an 8.5-inch box by like almost 6. So it's a nice, and it's made out of cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. I actually, last night, I made another one. I'll show it to you. Look, hey, how nice. It actually fits a couple stamp sets. This is what I made last night using the smoky slate and the peaceful place. So you can make them, and it's the smoky slate cardstock. So it is, and then of course the card is one that you can, it slides in and out. So that's what we made yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's, you can go back and watch the recording. It's on there. And we also made 2 cards. We made this card, which is also the one that I have inside of the bag, so it matches the card front. So we made this card yesterday, and we also made this one. So those were our cards that we made yesterday. So if you missed them at all, then you can go back and watch them. All right. Oh, you're so funny. Gwen, I think it's how you say your name, is going to watch until her boss comes back in the room. So you got to get in a little bit while you can, right? And also, I really want to make sure this is an extra special bonus project that you can make if you have the stamp camp. And it's a beautiful, easy front. But you can also create it into an easel card. So this was a Facebook Live that I did. Jennifer, you are so sneaky. Yeah, I think it probably was a stamp set last night for my team. So I keep talking about this starter kit. Like, now is the time to join my team, but because it's on sale for $75. But last night, my team and I, once a month, we do a Zoom together. So it's anywhere in the country. And last night we showed all the new product that is coming out. It's one of the biggest benefits of joining Stampin' Up! And of course joining my team is we do so much together. But every month we do a Zoom. And last night, like, we went through all the papers, and so it's a benefit that I do with my team. And also, as a demonstrator, of course, then you get to purchase everything at a discount. And we get to purchase things early. So the starter kit special, it's only $75, and no shipping, so that's free. You just pay tax, and you get to pick out $125 of whatever you want. It is like a no-brainer. So if you're not already a demonstrator, obviously, I'd love for you to join with my team, because you get all my classes, all my tutorials, videos for free, all my directions, and also we do a live meeting, an online Zoom gathering. We do so much stuff together. Anyway, I do online conventions 4 times a year that you get for free. Lots of stuff. So anyway, it's being a part of my team is where I'm very active, very, very active with them. All right, let's jump into today. I'm gonna point you down really quick, so hang in there with me. Make sure I got you somewhat straight, this is like not straight at all. Give me a second, I'll try to get you straight. Some people, it does actually drive me nuts too when it's crooked. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, I got my little Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. Okay, so today I'm gonna start off, I chose to make a lot of the more pastel type cards. I partnered with my friend Ange McKay from Canada, and I love doing that because that means that I can also sell to all my Canadian friends. So all my Canadian friends that are out there, a lot of times my classes are just for the US. I can't ship to Canada. But when I do my stamp camps and some of my other events, I do them with Ange so that all of my awesome Canadian friends can order it as well. So I am also reading your messages too. So if you have a question, you can ask me. All right, so this very first card is a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. We cut everything for you. We do not cut the designer series paper because we give you a whole pack of it. So to order the camp, we give you a whole pack of paper. Oops, sorry, I bumped you. I'm just gonna use my bone folder. That's how we get our good crease. And then I have a piece of smoky slate that is 4 by 5 1/4. We're gonna take that awesome pack. I did do some of the prep work before today, just so they would go a little bit faster for you. And I'm gonna pull out, I keep saying it, one of my favorite pieces of paper, because this one is, I've been hoarding this one. 2 mornings in a row. I know. I came to you 2 days in a row, and I'm gonna be here tomorrow too. But just so you know, tomorrow is gonna be recorded. It's Thanksgiving here in the States. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going to my mama's house. My mom and dad are still alive. I am so blessed by that. I know a lot of us don't have our parents, and I do. And they're in Indiana. It's about 3 hour drive, and all my family are getting together. So we haven't gotten together in 2 years because of COVID. So we're all really, really excited. It's the first time probably in 3 or 4 years that all of us have been together. All right, this beautiful piece of paper has the sparkly snowflakes on it. I am going to glue that down to, here we go. A piece of that smoky slate cardstock. Oh, here we go again. I love my Seal Plus. Sometimes there you go. That might be my one that I malfunctioned with yesterday. I fixed it, and that might be acting up on me again. All right, so this is, you guys know, Ronda's cards are super simple. That's because I want you to make lots of them. And sometimes we only have the same time to be able to put towards making cards. So instead of making 1, I like to make 20. All right, now we're going to cut out our baubles. The first bauble we need to cut out is, one of the things I wanted to show you with this card was, so here's our baubles. We're gonna do that same snowflake one. I like this one because then kind of when you position it, it's like a snowflake, and then there could be like a snowflake in the background too. So you can kind of position it so it has like a snowflake back there, if you get it just right. And just like yesterday, we're running that through on a piece of our silver foil. Again, everybody got the whole pack of all the silver foils. Hi, Lois. It's good to see you. I hope you have a special Thanksgiving as well with all your family. All right, so I'm just gonna cut this off. And then what I'm doing is cutting off a piece of adhesive sheets. So yesterday, if you watched me, I used lots of adhesive sheets, and whenever I do like these detailed ones, I like to use the adhesive sheets too. So I'm gonna pull that off and just put that down there. So we're gonna make our own custom stickers. That's how I like to say. So now this whole ornament is gonna become a sticker. See, it doesn't take that long. The first time I did it, it took a while just because I was making it harder than it needed to be. I missed adhesive on this little corner. There you go. All right, take out your Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. We're using the little mini. We had quite a little discussion about that yesterday. We'll put that down there and run it through. Now remember, for these, we're not having, I need to do it this way. We're not having an earthquake. I just am trying not to shake the table too much. This is a nice tight fit. I like to go through once, and I like to go back through another time. Now our next step on this one is one of the things we wanted to show you in this, look, I like to do, whoops, that didn't work. Usually I can do that and some of the pieces will fall out. It's because it's adhesive sheets. Those are a little bit trickier to, otherwise, when I throw it down like that, it just usually falls right out. But this one, with the adhesive sheets on the back, but we're just gonna pull off the pieces that we don't need. I'll do it the nice way. Okay, and it's cut through nicely. Let's take off these pieces we don't need. I know you guys love watching me do this. There we go. It's just that the adhesive sheet's making it a little bit stronger and sturdier, which is not a bad thing, but it just means it doesn't fall apart quite. It doesn't fall apart, which is good. There. And this one is unattached too. It's just sticking because, there you go. All right, so there's that one. We did this bauble. This is just a plain, just a plain silver bauble, but we wanted to show you how now you can make it anything you want to just by using one of our embossing folders. So in the sample, I used the wintry one which is all the beautiful snowflakes. Can you see? I thought I would use a different one for this card, so I'm using, it's still a part of the wintry one, but it's the evergreen. So I'm gonna take that and run that through. So I think the right layering is just, you get rid of your platform, and then you just run this through this way. And now foil, when you run foil through the embossing folder, it's so cool. There you go. I know we aren't. Okay, so now look. Whoa, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I wish you could see it in person. It's even prettier. All right, so there's that. It's like matte. Whoops, that wasn't good. I'm sure you heard that. Okay, so let's assemble our card together. So I got one here that is our, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that one down. I'll glue it right down. So have fun with your embossing folders and your foil. There are so many neat different foils that we have, and our embossing folders. And then we have our other one that I already did. And it already is sticky, right? So I'll just pull off the adhesive backing. And just like you pull off, you know, like it's a sticker. I gotta see where I started and where I stopped. Oh goodness. I didn't wear my glasses today. I can't see very well. There we go. I think it's here. Maybe not. Oh goodness, I'm making this look, it's not that hard. Just, there you go. Pull off that. And you can leave the little things in. I think the sample, I left those in. I'm taking them out here. All right, and then that one is gonna get glued down here. So just kind of layering those up together. Look at that, isn't that so pretty and easy? We love things that are easy and pretty. No, I'm not describing myself. But now, oh, that's for another card. The pastel pearls is what we used and gave to everybody. So I couldn't find them yesterday. They were actually right with all the other samples. So for this one, I'm just gonna we're using the pink, and we're gonna put one of those in front of there. To finish this off, I have a piece of white, and we're going to stamp with I used Blushing Bride in the sample. This one I'm gonna use Basic Gray, just because that's what's right in front of me. And we're gonna do the wishing, there's a piece of white here, and grab a block. We're going to do the Wishing You, and you just stamp it. You don't need to be straight. Wishing you merry and bright. We'll do that one next. There you go. And then we'll do Christmas. That's what I actually love. One of these things about this set is you can build up kind of whatever words that you want to say. Now to clean our stamps, we use our Stampin', you know, not the Stampin' Scrub, the chamois. We're gonna use the chamois. I'm just gonna clean those off real quick and put them back, because otherwise they're gonna be, I'm gonna have ink everywhere. You guys know I'm not very good about that. Thank you, Suzanne. She is, oh, sorry. Thanks, Annette. I was low on this screen. I need to be better about watching. All right, hopefully that's better. My daughter is doing totally good today, totally fine. She had basketball and work, and so she's good. Thank you for asking. All right, sorry guys, I had it in the wrong part of the screen. Now we're better. There we go. I had it way up there, you're right. Last part is just I put wishing you I love it when we just get to trim out and not have to be perfect, right? Because who's perfect in life anyway? So sometimes it's better just be purposefully not perfect, so that we're not holding ourselves to such high standards. So I'm just gonna trim that off. All right, thank you guys. I love it when if I'm doing, because I don't always look at what I'm doing. Because I'm trying to watch my paper. Otherwise I'll cut my finger off. So if I'm not in the screen, thanks for letting me know. All right, almost done. Our first card And you can piece together, again, you're just piecing together whatever saying that you want to say. You get to kind of make your own. I'm gonna put this away so I don't stick my fingers in it. And we're gonna use, I had to open up a brand new bolt of that silver ribbon that comes, so this comes in the kit. We're gonna tie a bow with it. You wouldn't think this is bow tying material, but man, it is awesome bow tying material. I love to tie bows with it. I'm gonna need that again too. So we just, because it's so thick, but again, like when you pull it and you kind of make it, hold it together, then it actually creates these cute little, a real little but very sparkly, perfect bow. I think it's awesome for these baubles. And I'll trim it off so it's not so long. There you go. We'll add that to our bauble. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer, you're so sweet. She says, my cards are fantastic. Love that. They are usually, well, I used to bother me that I'm like, Ronda, your cards are so simple. You see the ones online that are just like incredible. And I was like, oh, I am terrible. My poor customers, they only just get my simple, boring cards. But one thing I learned over, of course, I've been doing this for 20 years, is that is what a lot of people need. Even people who are really super talented love my cards because they can't think simple. Their brain just goes to, oh, I need 20 layers and my card weighs like 10 pounds. And so sometimes it is kind of a neat ability to be able to make simple cards that are also still beautiful. Simple does not have to be ugly. It can still be really pretty. So thank you, Jennifer. That is definitely something that I do. All right, so here we go. Let's put it all together. Christmas down here at the bottom. And you can even make them so they're not perfectly straight. Yes, Shar, this ribbon does make a statement. You're absolutely right, that. So wishing you a merry and bright Christmas. All right, we still have lots of time to make our Christmas cards. If you haven't started, now is the time. And you know what? It will make your Christmas even that. Oh, I didn't put that down. Special when you know you're sending a little handmade piece of yourself. There you go. So here's our first card. I have, last but not least, I'm going to sprinkle a few more of those pastel pearls. Because guess what? You get a whole, and I will put one in the middle of these snowflakes. You get a whole thing of them. You might as well use them up. You get lots of them. People who order my classes know I always give you lots of embellishments. So you use them, sprinkle the heck out of them. So there you go. So there's that one. Here is another variation, just slightly different. And I used a different embossing folder and a different color words. All right, ready for our next one? Our next one is purple. Oh, this was when we picked these pastel pearls for the embellishment. I definitely wanted to use purple. So I'm gonna pull this out. And these are supplies that you get. So it is, we're using Highland Heather. So it's Highland Heather, it's also Gorgeous Grape, the pastel pearls go with all of that. And so I was really envisioning a pastel pearl color. Now we're going to, I have a big block here somewhere. Of course, I don't know what I did with it. But let's take our stamp set and we're going to use the really big bauble. And so you need that really big, hey Arlena, can you, I don't know, I know I brought it up here, but can you bring me that, the really big block for, not the super, it's a clear block. It would probably be in the clear.
With this size?
Yeah, please. Yeah, it was on my desk, so I left it there. But we're gonna use this really big bauble. Again, tomorrow we'll make some tags using it too. Perfect. You just need a little bit of the larger size block with that. I'm gonna take the Gorgeous Grape stamp pad. So it's like our one of our deepest true purple. So it's not like the Blackberry Bliss. So come on, baby. Here you go. And I'm just gonna ink that up. Our Gorgeous Grape. And just stamp that down here. I gotta do it this direction on this piece of white. There you go. And we're just gonna really quickly, and I am gonna do this quickly just because I think we all know how to color, but I'm just gonna add the color to here with our blends. So I'm doing this is our light Highland Heather, and I'm just gonna go ahead and color this in, and then I'm using our Smoky Slate. So who out there has our blends? Because one of my favorite things about the blends is that they're like magic to me. You get to blend them, which that's why they're called blends. But they're very forgiving. Typically you use the Memento ink. Well, this one, I'm okay if it bleeds a little bit, because it's all gonna be purple. Arlena, do you think you could grab me a wink of Stella too? I thought oh, no, I found it. There is one up here. I'm thinking, I know I always keep one up here, but I didn't see it at first glance. All right, you could also use a fresh freesia if you want a little bit of a lighter one. Okay, so there's that. You could just keep coloring this, and you can be as detailed. Some of people are really, really talented when it comes to their blending. Oh yes, the blends are amazing. I agree with you. Who said that? Annette. You are so right about that. It's also very relaxing to color. A lot of times I will color just by choice, just because it helps me relax and calm down. Now, when you're coloring on a Facebook Live, it's not. Then it's to me, it's stressful. I gotta hurry up. I gotta get it done. That's where, you guys all know how to color. You don't need to watch me color. But other times, people like to watch it. So then I'm gonna go with the darker Highland Heather into some of the other areas. These little ruffle thingies. I think this bauble you could color in so many different ways. You could definitely emboss it in silver and be just put a wink of Stella all over it. Then it's like a pearlescent. Oh, doesn't that sound beautiful? We didn't do that on one of the cards. That's why you can get to be as, creative with it as you want to, because you get to get the set when you order the set. You get to get the paper. Okay, last but not least, I have the light Smoky Slate, and then I'm gonna do that where you would want it to be where it's metal. So it's the light Smoky Slate. I'm leaving those middle parts white, but I am gonna take some wink of Stella, which we always need lots of wink of Stella because it makes everything shimmer. And I'm just gonna do that here in the middle. And it will kind of blend or bleed the little starburst, and I love that look. That's what I want to do. I like it to kind of bleed it just a little bit. All right, it's so hard to see all this in person. You can also put a little wink of Stella up there on that so it looks more. Okay, look at that, I'm so done. It's beautiful purple. We're gonna run this through with we're gonna die cut this baby out. Oh, that's the thing I threw on the floor. I gotta find it, hold on. Threw it, found it. We're gonna take that and we're gonna, see this fits perfectly with our little mini machine. Thank you. Yeah, someone says they wish that someday we'll have all the colors. I hope so too. Right? They keep coming out with more and more and more, and they're choosing obviously the most popular ones. That's how they choose the ones that are selling, the most. All right, and then we'll just crank that through. Hold on, if I get a little shaky, now you know why. Yes, Rebecca said this stamp set makes amazing 3D ornaments too. Yeah, I showed at the very beginning one that I made for everybody that took the camp. I made them a 3D ornament that they could actually hang from a gift or from a tree or all that. And then I did this ahead of time, but I did do it ahead of time. Who knows where it is? It's up here somewhere. I ran through the, oh boy, here's a piece of white. Oh, I found it. I ran through this guy so that we have, this is what I showed you yesterday. So I ran that through with silver. And then all you gotta do is just take a piece of the designer series paper and cut that real quick. This is gonna get cut down to 3.5 by 4 3/4. And it's the piece that has this striping. It's like silver, so we can go with anything. It's very psychedelic. So we'll cut 3.5. Yep, 3.5 by, oh, I already pulled the piece out. I knew I did. By 4 3/4. There you go. So that's the piece that you want. And it actually looks, can you see, like almost a rainbow of all different colors. So that piece is not just wintry. It could be birthday, celebrations. It could be anything. All right, let's go ahead and assemble our card together. And then we'll have one more card. Our last card takes heat embossing. I have not heat embossed in a while. I had to actually where is my embossing gun? But it's one of Angie's cards, and Angie's cards took a lot of embossing, the silver embossing, and so you're gonna want to make sure you're gonna want to get your embossing stuff out. For those of you who bought the camp, it's the silver embossing powder. All right, so I've got that on there. I have this 1 1/4 inch piece of the Highland Heather, and that will go across here. And I did this on the bag yesterday too, where this ribbon is so versatile. So this one, I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday, where I'm just gonna actually lay down, look at that, just lay down a piece of it right over there. Now it's a little long, so I'll trim off the edges. Oh gosh, Lola's here, she's attacking Arlena. Since I'm not paying attention, she likes to attack Arlena and Nancy. If you could hear her crying. All right, then we're gonna stick this little guy on, and I don't know if I have him, we're just gonna use a mini glue dot. Thank you. All right, so who here has purchased the camp? I know I see some of you have gotten it, and have you had a chance to make your projects? Are you waiting till, some people are like, I'm waiting till you're all done, Ronda, and then I'm gonna make them. So I'm gonna put this on there. I didn't get it centered quite perfectly, but there, now you can't even tell. And then we'll take some more dimensionals. I'll do one that actually has some on there, because I've been using the empty ones. Oh, come on, dimensionals. I've got all of these. I love to save the edges, so I save them, and then I use up all the edges until they're all completely gone. So they advertise, oh, you get 300 in a pack. I get like 400 in a pack, because I make those outsides really, really last. All right. Pull that off of there. So again, we'll be back tomorrow with one more set of projects, and they will be on a YouTube video. So, and all of these will be sitting on YouTube too. I'll be putting them all on there. Right, so this gets put down to the front of our card. Now there's no words. We didn't put any words on the outside of this card. The bauble was so pretty. We just didn't want to cover it up. And obviously, so for this one, you would put the words on the inside of your card. You can say whatever you want to on the inside. So example for this one, we did merry and bright, and then stamped the snowflakes from the stamp set. So this is one that is so neat that the words are on the inside. Last but not least, I'm gonna use our picker tool like we're supposed to, and you take the dark purple and put that, oh boy, got all over the place, on the middle of that one. That's my heater, by the way. For those of you who watch all the time know that my heater is noisy. Those of you who don't, like, what is that noise? And I'll put the 2 lighter ones there. And then I really love these dark purple pastel pearls. So I'm gonna add a couple more of those down here. There. And one more. So there's our beautiful outside. You guys love that? And then, yes, of course, Kayleen said, can we watch the replay? Of course, Kayleen, these are recorded. You can come back here and watch them, or you can watch them on YouTube. Oh, this card is, I think you guys love, so this is the one. So sometimes the blends will fade just a little bit, but then on the inside. So there's that card. Thank you for the hearts. Oh, I love the hearts. So I chose lighter pastel colors, and what's crazy, and this is why I love to partner. I love to partner with Ange, is because sometimes we just see things differently. And her samples that she did were more of the bolder, brighter colors. So those are those two. Now I have one more card to show you. This is one, if you're following along with the camp, that you actually bought the camp, this is one of Ange's projects. So those were all of mine. So there's 4 cards, and then the box, and then there was the pillow gift that we sent all of you. And so this last one is one that Ange made. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a little commercial break. I have a suggestion for you for a gift that you can purchase for yourself or for any crafter. I'm talking about like anybody who crafts. If they scrapbook, if they make cards, if they, do any sort of crafting, everyone needs adhesive. Adhesive is not, oh, maybe I should use that. It's, you have to use that. So this is a little pouch that I had created, and it has my logo, or a logo, the Be Creative logo. And then inside are all of, and then obviously there's lots of adhesives inside. There is your multi-purpose liquid glue, there's mini glue dots. To me, these are the must-haves. There's Stampin' Dimensionals, and then there is the Stampin' Seal Plus full one and the refill. So all of this costs like over $40 because there's shipping and tax, and then to ship it would probably cost me like $46. But since I'm able to kind of buy in bulk, I am selling this for $38. I posted the link yesterday, and so you can look on my page here, and I'll post it again. Like, I'll put it in its description so you can see it. But this is a great stocking stuffer or a gift in general for only $38, and that includes the shipping, and it includes the adorable pouch too. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, that that's a gift that you could obviously make, that you could buy right now. And it could be a gift for yourself. All right, this last one, I did a lot of the prep work for you, well, ahead of time, because you're going to take a piece of our thick basic white that is 5.5 by 8.5. Stella ordered one already. Sweet. Good job, Stella. Yeah, for those of you who are card makers, those are, I go through a thing of dimensionals every week. You guys know I love my dimensionals. All right, I love all of them. Now this is Ange's, so I had to follow the tutorial to make this card as well. So the first thing I noticed is she had a typo. So these, if you got the tutorial, because if you purchase the camp, we send you the tutorial with the directions. So that's a nice feature. But these are 3/4 inch strips by 5 1/4. The tutorial said by 4 1/4, but I think you could probably figure that out. So you're gonna take those and you're gonna glue these down. So see how Ange used a much brighter color scheme, where I use the more soft pastel-y type. So you just glue those down. These are 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then you want to cut some of that same beautiful striped silver psychedelic paper. And this piece, I will tell you the measurement, was 2.5 by 5 1/4. And it's going to get glued down to a piece of the silver foil. And again, you could always remember, run through things. Like yesterday, I showed you how I ran through some of the pieces in between, because this is going to get glued down. So you just don't want to waste any of it. I had just already ran through all of what I needed. So this is going to get glued down to a piece of the foil that is 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. So it's just a 1/8 inch bigger, because let me stick that down there. Ange loves the 1/8 inch mark. So that is going to go then down to the front of our card. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. So we're going to glue that down. And that's what I love about Stampin' Seal Plus, is that it truly, truly does keep your cards. And she was smart, because she did not waste a single bit of that designer series paper, because that fits perfectly right in there. See? And it's not wasteful at all. So there's that one. Now we're going to do our, there's a piece, we're going to do that same stamp, and this time we're going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. I believe I have oh, here it is. We're going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. The actual stamp, I stamped it in that purple. I should probably clean it off so it doesn't really deter that. So I didn't clean this off yet. So I'm gonna clean that. And stamp that in Misty Moonlight. And I'm gonna run this through, so it doesn't need to be perfectly in the center on that one. So pretty. Now the next step we're going to do is we're actually going to add the color by our blending brush. So who has the blending brushes? You see me? I love to do that. I just love to rub them. You want to have like a scrap piece of paper nearby. Let's see if I've got one. Oh, I'll use the back of this because you want to pick up some color. And then you don't go directly on, because then you're going to get like a real dark spot. So you're going to want to take off some of that color, and then you want to rub over top. So I'm going to just start blending. Now I don't have to stay in the ornament because obviously we're going to cut this off. I'm doing a little bit darker there in the middle so that it's just kind of gives it some, variation of color. It's so pretty. And then I love using the blending brushes. I've used actually for my meeting, my monthly meeting this month for my team. We did a whole class on the blending brushes. So for December, they don't even know it yet. So my team members watching, they're gonna, just so you know, you're gonna want the blending brushes. And some people ask, do you have to have like a brush for every color? And you don't. Do you guys know this trick? My so amazing Nancy taught this to me because I did not know that. So is that to clean it, you just take a microfiber cloth. So, and you just get it wet, right? This is not wet, I will do that. And then you just rub it on here on a wet microfiber cloth, and it will clean it completely. I have used this in probably 20 different colors. Like I just used it in blue. I can clean it on here, and then I can use it in yellow. So it is one that I know Stampin' Up! Would probably like for me to tell you that you need one for every color, and some people want one for every color because they don't want to clean it. So that's up to you. But you really don't need one for every color. You just need a microfiber cloth. We keep one. And I should have wet it beforehand, but I didn't. And I just keep it right on my desk, and then that's how I clean my blending brush. So I'll leave that out because it's dirty. All right, we just need to run this through with that same dye. And I'm gonna try to do better this time. Last time I didn't line that up very good. It actually lines up pretty perfect I just am not ever patient enough. All right, where? Oh, shoot. There. Silly me. You guys probably saw me do that. I knew I was doing it. All right, so just line that up the best you can. Some people put down washi tape so that it doesn't move on them. I don't do that. Okay, gotta get it started. That's pretty good. All right. Oh, Vicky gave a great tip. Hey, and that's why I just said you could just have used 2 strips. She said that's what Ange did when she demoed this card. So Ange demoed this card last night. So for all of you, Ange McKay, my partner, and I did a little bit better that time. She's demoing all these projects too. And so it's kind of neat to see how we maybe do the same projects, we just do them a little bit differently. She designed half and I designed half, but it's fun because I get to make hers and then she makes mine. But she might make hers a little bit differently. I'm doing it based on how I see from the tutorial, which is what you guys all do too. See, here's the tutorial. See, in the tutorial, she said 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. So I was just doing what she told me to do. All right, this is now, we're almost done. Well, actually not right, because this is, in all of Ange's projects, she really only used, that was the only ink she used was the Misty Moonlight. All of her stamping of the words, she used, she did silver embossing, which is beautiful. So we're gonna put this ornament down there. This is so much prettier in person than it is in the tutorial, because I've only ever seen it on paper too, just like you guys. But now I'm getting to actually make them. And so I'm gonna cut that off there. All right, man, it's almost 3 o'clock already. We're almost done. This is our last card. So these take about an hour to do with me yakking and talking too. When you do them at home, you won't talk so much. Or maybe you might. I don't know. I wasted a lot of that ribbon. It went way longer than I needed to. All right. So for those of you who are my card club members, all of your card club is getting shipped out today, which is like 2 days early. But I wanted to get it out before Thanksgiving so that maybe you might get it sooner. If we wait till after Thanksgiving, I know it'll be a while before you got it. So today we're shipping out. We have 160 card club members all throughout the country. I think your cards are really awesome this month, but I say that every month. All right, the last step is you have all these strips, polished pink, Misty Moonlight, and Mossy Meadow. And you're going to take the words. Let's see, what words did Ange use? She used sending so much joy. See, I told you, you can build up whatever you want it to say. So you gotta get your stamps up. I gotta find it. Here we go. And so she used the so much, and then she used the sending, and then she used the joy. Okay, so sending so much joy, and you want a Versamark pad. So grab your, and I have a little, this is my little embossing thing. I have the old embossing tray, we don't carry it anymore, and I have my silver powder and my Versamark. So I'm gonna get, that's what you need for embossing. You could use just a piece of paper, but I have this tray, and I'm using it, and because it helps so it doesn't get as messy. You want a Versamark pad, because the Versamark pad is what makes this sticky. So you could do these in any, these might be different than what Ange did, but it's just the 3 colors, and then you're just gonna stamp those on there. And then you're going to take, this is so fun. I have not done embossing. So all of her cards, most all of her cards take embossing. So once you get it out, you're gonna want to do all of them. So you just sprinkle on your powder, tap that off, and then I'm gonna emboss. I'll do that to all of them. Does everybody have embossing and love embossing? It's kind of, I learned it. It was actually one of the things I fell in love with in the very, very beginning, and I haven't done it in a while. I've never done it on a Facebook Live. I'll do it at a class or something, but never on a Facebook Live. But that's what, and see, look, this tray, it just funnels right back in there. Isn't that cool? We don't carry this anymore, so you guys can drool over it. All right, next is our embossing gun. So I'm gonna get a little noisy here. We made these strips long so that, there you go. So now, can you see it pop up there? I'm gonna get close up on this one. It might be a little noisy, but that way maybe you can see it change. I think it's so cool to watch it change. I don't know if you can see. It goes, so it starts off kind of like bland and boring and just powdery. And then once we heat it up, see, embossing, now it's, look at that, shiny and silver. All right. So it's not hard, but look at how cool. And then you can, when you do it this way, then you can stamp on dark colored cardstock. Otherwise, stamping on dark colored cardstock, you really can't see it. So hand cut these out just like we did on my other card too. All right, does anybody have any questions for me before I check out? I'll be here tomorrow with a recorded video, so it'll be on YouTube. You won't be able to ask me questions tomorrow. Well, you can leave it in the comments, and then I'll go back and read them later. But don't forget to pick up your adhesive package. I've got them in stock right now. If I run out, I'll just have to order more, so it just will take a little bit longer. But I'm shipping out, the people who ordered them yesterday, I'm shipping those out today. So you'll get them super fast. Everybody else will have to wait till next week. And I'm just gonna remember, just trim off those ends like I was telling you about. So you get the little skinny piece of dimensionals. And then we're just gonna add them to the front of our ornament. So when you watch me tomorrow, I'll do some more of this where we're embossing on cardstock. So my colors might be a little bit different than the tutorial too. So there's joy. And then this says sending. You just layer them on here wherever you want to. Sending so much joy. All right, thank you everybody for joining me today. I'll recap real quick. I'll bring you back up here. Today's a hat day. This is my hat I got when I was in Hawaii last week. So I wouldn't burn my face. But this was our card from today. And sending so much joy. And then we also did this one. Those of you who are just joining me now, we made this beautiful one with the baubles and this gorgeous, gorgeous colors of purple. All right, so come back tomorrow and I'll have 2 more cards to show you and a box that holds 4 tags. So it'll be a recorded video. I won't be here live, but it'll be recorded. And just thank you all for being a part of this Bauble Stamp Camp. Ange and I will be doing another stamp camp. Actually, next month, stay tuned. It's not ready yet. Next month, Ange and I are doing a fun folds series. So I'm going to do 5 fun fold cards, and Ange is going to do 5 fun fold cards. And it'll actually be a class that you'll be able to order, and we'll ship you all the supplies, and then we'll do directions for you so you can do them from anywhere in the US and Canada. So stay tuned for that. We'll be announcing it on December 1st. For those of you here in the States, happy Thanksgiving. I am beyond grateful. You guys make my heart almost burst. I'm so grateful for you that you're here watching me and that we get to do this crazy crafting thing together. So have a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.